Reporter! By Peter Bowers, Charles Berman, and Mickey Woyshner. Episode 5, War is... well... Dateline Thorpsburg from the desk of any Italic Girl Reporter high atop Henderson Towers in Center City in the office of the Thorpsburg Legistar Bulletin Journal. We bring you the news of the world. Commissioned by seasoned newspaper editor Euegene Seabrook, any Italic tracks the most thrilling events of our day with the determination of a bloodhound, poised notebook in hand for the moment of her big break.
You know, uncovering the real stories behind important events and keeping the public up to date on what they really need to know is a very satisfying feeling. That's why I went into journalism and got a job at a newspaper. Unfortunately, none of this ever happens at my newspaper, unless I do it. And then I nearly get fired. But on this occasion, I ended up mainly trying not to get fired upon. See, I decided that the plus of keeping my paycheck was greater than the plus of being dismissed and never having to see Susie Sans Serif again. So when I got assigned to cover the 149th anniversary reenactment of the Battle of Prairie Grove, I didn't even complain. The 149th anniversary reenactment of the Battle of Prairie Grove? I'm not even going to bother to complain.
Good. Your rollover and take it attitude embodies the spirit that won us the Civil War.
Gene, are you being sarcastic?
You know how I look down on egghead stuff like that.
Good. I was getting worried. Just for informational purposes, wouldn't it make more sense to do this story next year?
Wait till the 150th anniversary to report the 149th anniversary? I can see why you're not an editor.
You were such a person who is correct.
So were you, on that one occasion. Now get out there and report on the Civil War.
Civil War starts. North wins. The end. You know this was 149 years ago, right?
Exactly. We'll be breaking ground that no newspaper has for over 148 years. You're our best reporter, so I know you can do it. No straying on the subject to something more interesting and newsworthy. Or you've had it. You'll be taking Johnny to take photographs and Susie for research.
You have Susie covering the smallpox outbreak at Seven Flags Scandinavia Land, and Johnny called in might get sick because of the smallpox outbreak.
Exactly. And when Susie's done with them, those pox will be huge. She's our best reporter after all.
Hey, but you just said...
Well, of course, apart from Phil Lister. You'll be going with Harvey for research and, that girl. You!
Huh?
This is your big break. You?
It is?
Yes. Find a camera. You'll be forever known as the girl who photographed Thorpsburg's notoriously unconvincing, irrelevant, and poorly costumed Civil War reenactors, and still made them look good.
But I'm not a photographer.
You'll get used to it. Come on.
I'm Edie. I'm an intern here.
I said come on. Harvey, get over here.
Here already.
You're my researcher.
I'm busy sub-editing.
What does that involve?
Nothing.
Just as I thought. Come on. As we sped along to the site of the Battle of whatever it was, I finally had some peace and quiet. Harvey let his hands do the talking, and whatever her name was extremely nice to ignore. So I got my best reporter's blinders on and prepared to save my career with the most boring story I could write. Perfect.
This is an empty field.
Turn around, Harvey.
Oh, there it is.
Let's try this family first. Start the recorder.
Okay. Did you bring one?
Oh, I brought...
Guess I'll just have to take good notes. Excuse me. Any Italic from the Legistar Bulletin Journal? Good afternoon, Mr.
Professor Houston Hamilton of History. And this is my wife, Mrs. Hamilton. She is not a professor. And this is my daughter, Lizzie Hamilton. She's too young to be a professor. We come every year to watch the reenactment of the Battle of that field over there and comment to the newspapers.
Perfect. What do you think of it this year?
Improved to an almost unbelievable degree. As a professor of history, I have noticed their uniforms, which in previous years consisted of Vietnam-era camo, spacesuits, bikinis, and one gorilla suit, are now completely accurate and look good as new. Just what a history professor such as myself is looking for.
Great. And what about you, Mrs. Hamilton?
Well, I'm not a professor, but... Oh!
Harvey!
Sorry.
Sorry about him, Mrs. Hamilton. We normally keep him confined in a sub-editor's cubicle. Now, what were you saying?
Oh, just that I'm not a history professor like my husband, Professor Hamilton, is, but...
Lizzie! Somebody just shot my daughter!
And she's my daughter, too. Lizzie! Lizzie, hang in there. Can you hear me?
I'm a doctor of history, not medicine. If only I knew what to do!
Wow, you guys really go for the fake blood. You're really accurate with all this.
Oh my god! It looks like she was really shot.
Do you use Cara syrup?
Let's go. They're gonna be busy with their dead daughter.
God, somebody really shot her!
Police! Help! Somebody call 911!
Get out of my way. I've got paramedic training.
Somebody! We need help! My daughter's been shot with a completely historically accurate Civil War bullet!
A little girl being brutally murdered is usually a goldmine for a reporter, which meant I was getting dangerously close to having something worth writing about. I had to make sure this story was about boring, incompetent Civil War reenactors and nothing else. That new intern, what's-her-name, kept asking people all about the murder, but I was determined to talk to the history nerds and get out. Okay, Justin, so how long have you been doing this?
We've been fighting them darned Yankees since, 1861, I think?
Wow, you guys really hold a grudge.
The South will live forever. Up with, slavery.
I'm getting low on gunpowder!
Coming.
Okay, drop the act. We're in the present now.
You mean the future, right?
No, seriously. Stop reenacting.
Woohoo! What a relief!
Okay, so you guys have some pretty nice reenactor stuff.
Yeah, neat, huh? I mean, this is really...
Yes, genuine antique Civil War mess kit. And gun, and kepi, and left shoe. These will be worth thousands. And mine, to sell, now that I have stolen them. Ha ha ha!
Who was that?
Oh, that was Fred, antique stealer. He keeps coming by and stealing our stuff and then selling it on the internet.
Doesn't that bother you? I mean, they were saying you didn't have any uniforms at all last year, and now...
Oh, no, he can have them if he wants them. Dr. Turtledove must have a real good source for these antiques or replicas or whatever.
Dr. Turtledove, huh?
Dr. Turtledove, yeah, he...
Justin, come back to me! Crap. I couldn't believe it. He died right before he could tell me where to find Dr. Turtledove. The story was starting to get too interesting again, but I couldn't help wondering how they could be so realistic if they were apparently such crap last year, and why people kept getting shot. Well, I thought this was going to be boring this year, but they're really doing a good job. They even make it seem like their hearts stop when they're supposed to be dead.
This is way too realistic. People are dying. This is a massacre. I've almost been killed a dozen times while protecting your life so you could get the story.
Yeah, exciting. This is why I got an office job.
Just need to get an interview with the head of this thing, and I think we're done.
I've got to get this medical supply report to Dr. Turtledove's tent.
If only I could find this mysterious Dr. Turtledove that... Hey, what did you say?
Annie, I need to keep you safe. Take this report to Dr. Turtledove's tent. Over that way. Right now.
Are you saving my life right now? Cute. I'm glad you're having fun.
Forward, men, forward! From hell's heart we stab at thee!
Hello? Dr. Turtledove?
Why, yes. Hello? Dr. Larry Turtledove. Pleased to meet you. Welcome to my tent.
Annie Italic, from the Legistar Bulletin Journal. Just doing a story, and I thought I'd ask you a few questions.
Oh, lovely. Hardtack?
This is dreadful.
I know. Genuine Civil War hardtack.
Yeah, that's what I'd been meaning to ask you about. This battlefield seems to be full of genuine-looking Civil War uniforms and guns and everything. Everyone says last year you were in Vietnam camos and...
Bikinis in a gorilla suit. Yes. Much better this year.
How did you do it?
Well, I invented a time travel machine. It's over here, see? It's perfect for Civil War reenactments. We just go back in time to the Battle of whatever this field is called.
Prairie Grove.
Right, and steal their uniforms and guns and things.
Wait. This is a terrible idea. Those are real guns?
Yeah.
So, all those people getting shot.
Oops. Crap.
Dear God, why must everything be so interesting?
I don't know.
Wait, aren't they going to run out of uniforms and guns and food back in the past?
I didn't really think of that either.
Okay, you're insane. See you later. Harvey! Intern!
Ready to go.
My name's Edie.
We've got to get out of here. They're using real guns.
I know. Get down!
What's her name? What's her name? They shot what's her name?
Ah, my shoulder! Jameson, cover the left flank! Annie, Harvey, I don't think I'm gonna make it. But before I go, I just wanted to tell you. I did everything I could, Annie, to make this the best story that...
Wow. I can't believe they'd shoot the intern just because they got real guns. Jerks. Let's get back, Harvey.
Avenge me!
Back at the office, my life was a lot safer. But I'm not sure my position as a reporter was.
Well, I'm very disappointed in both you girls. Annie, this story is very exciting and interesting. It would be perfect if it weren't a complete lie. Everybody knows the Battle of Prairie Grove was fought completely naked and without guns. Harvey, rewrite this for accuracy. Make it up if need be.
Right on it. So excited.
And you, intern, you're fired. You came back with nothing.
She's not here, Jean. She died.
That makes things easy.
Bloody Marys.
Not in the mood. And I have a date anyway.
You have a boyfriend?
I might. Depends on how the date goes.
What's his secret?
Well, he's... loud. Very loud. Like Civil War era cannons. I guess the moral is that sometimes in life, a Civil War reenactor will invent time travel and inadvertently get dozens of people killed with real guns. And when that happens, well, it's really weird and probably won't happen again. But at least that intern took the fire for me.